The political landscape of Pakistan is a stage where promises are as volatile as the winds themselves. 2 years ago, a government was forged amidst a whirlwind of promises and vows. They had marched against the reign of Imran Khan, decrying the inflation rate that wavered between 11 and 13%. They claimed it was breaking the backs of the common people. Notable figures like Shahbaz Sharif, Maryam Nawaz, Bilawal Zardari, and Nawaz Sharif all pledged to establish a government that would curb inflation. They promised that the price of wheat, which was 55 rupees per kilogram, would be slashed to 30 rupees. They vowed to decrease the price of petrol from less than 150 rupees per liter to a mere 70 to 72 rupees. The dollar, which was around 180 rupees they claimed, would be reduced to 100. These were not grandiose promises. They extended to gas and electricity prices as well. After these claims, the PDM government was formed. They ruled the country for a year and a half. The rest of PDM, including figures like Mohsin Naqvi and Anwarullah Kakar, remained part of the supervisory government. 2 years have passed and the impact on Pakistan's economy is stark. The World Bank's report paints a vivid picture. Every Pakistani knows how Imran Khan's government fell, but the real question is, have the promises of better delivery been fulfilled? Today, the price of crude oil in the international market hovers around $86 per barrel. During Imran Khan's rule, it went as high as $124 per barrel. Yet he managed to maintain petrol prices under 150 rupees per liter. When he left office, petrol was being sold for 145 rupees per liter. They had promised to make it 70 rupees. In summary, the promises of the current government were plentiful and seemingly achievable. However, the reality of the situation has proven otherwise. The price of basic commodities like wheat and petrol have not decreased as promised. The dollar has not been reduced to the promised rate. The inflation rate has not been curbed. The World Bank's report further illustrates the economic impact of these unfulfilled promises. The question remains, will these promises ever be fulfilled? Or will the winds of change continue to blow them away? Only time will tell.
Brace yourself for a shocking revelation. The current petroleum prices in Pakistan are soaring, despite the international market rates being about 35% less than during the government Imran Khan. Intriguingly, the Pakistan government is selling at double the price. A staggering contrast to the promise of selling at half the price, considering the lower international market rates. In a damning revelation, the World Bank report points out that inflation has hit its highest peak since 1974. The report attributes the rampant inflation to the surging electricity and gas prices. It's worth noting that the gas bill has become a burden that an average citizen can't shoulder. Families who were used to bills around 50,000 are now grappling with bills that have skyrocketed to 1 lakh. The report further states that urban inflation, fueled by pollution, has surged by a whopping 50%. This inflation has significantly driven up production costs, with the cost of urban goods inflating by more than 50% in the first quarter of the financial year. Reflecting on history, it's notable that the country experienced a similar wave of inflation in 1974 during the era of Zulfikar Bhutto. After the division of Pakistan in 1971, the nation faced numerous challenges, leading to a severe inflation wave. Both the PPP and PMLN had promised to lessen the burden on the poor by ensuring that the electricity bill for usage less than 300 units would be affordable. However, these promises seem to have fallen on the wayside. One can't help but wonder how these rulers will face the poor people of Pakistan, whose lives have been made harder by these inflated prices. To conclude, the petroleum prices in Pakistan are at an all-time high, despite a significant drop in international market rates. The government has turned a blind eye to the plight of the ordinary citizens who are grappling with exorbitant gas and electricity bills. The state of affairs is a stark contrast to the promises made by the ruling parties, leaving the common man to bear the brunt of these inflated prices.
Pakistan today stands at a crossroads. The flower of the poor man, once a symbol of humble sustenance, is now a political tool, a canvas for the face of Nawaz Sharif. The farmers, backbone of the nation, have their cards embossed with the same visage. There's even talk of Sharif's face gracing the Pakistani currency notes. Despite promises of 300 units of oil to the needy, the government has yet to deliver, even as global petroleum prices plummet. The power of Pakistan is a topic of hot debate on social media. The nation boasts the sixth most potent military in the world and stands tall among the elite 7 atomic powers. Yet questions persist about the country's response to aggression. India, an enemy neighboring nation, openly admits to attacks on Pakistan, causing terror and taking lives. In contrast, Pakistan's response to aggression from brother Islamic nations like Iran and Afghanistan has been swift and decisive. The lack of a similar response to Indian aggression has left many puzzled. The political landscape is equally complex. Despite a shortage of seats, the Election Commission has not held a Senate election in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. This move is seen as favoring the PDM Jamaats, PMLN, PFP, and other parties. Meanwhile, 4 cases against Imran Khan in the Tosha Khana case have been cleared. The Cipher case is on the verge of closure, and the Nika case in Iqdat, involving Khan and his wife, is set for hearing on the 9th. This is Pakistan today, a nation of strength and potential grappling with political complexities and unfulfilled promises. The world watches and waits to see how this intricate tapestry of power, politics, and the people will unfold. Ever wondered how a single court case can capture the attention of an entire nation? Let's delve into the intriguing world of Pakistan's judiciary, where a particular case has not only ignited a public debate, but also put the spotlight on the Supreme Court of Pakistan. We start our story with the case involving Bushra Bibi, which has been heard, yet not decided on merit. The circumstances surrounding this case are such that if it had been heard on the 8th or 9th, Bushra Bibi could have potentially been bailed out. However, the lack of a verdict has led to the possibility of being blacklisted. Simultaneously, the Al-Qadr University case is also making waves. Despite being tried and trusted, it has not escaped the public eye, and the anticipation is palpable as everyone's attention shifts to the Supreme Court of Pakistan. 2 key figures have emerged in this narrative: Qazi Faiz Ishaq and Tasadduq Jilani. Jilani made a claim that false statements were made about him in the Supreme Court of Pakistan, statements which were attributed to Qazi Faiz Isa and the Attorney General. Now the question on everyone's mind is how Qazi Faiz Isa, a figure known for his concern about fake news, will react. Will he apologize to Jilani or claim he had other information? The second point of interest is the letter from the Chief Justice of Peshawar High Court. It's a matter of seniority being ignored, and the right to be appointed as a judge in the Supreme Court of Pakistan. It's a complaint against Qazi Faiz Isa, and a matter that has gripped the nation. In conclusion, these cases and the figures involved have put the spotlight on the Supreme Court of Pakistan. From the possibility of Bushra Bibi's bail to the claims of false statements and the question of seniority, it's clear that these are more than just legal disputes. They're a reflection of the society we live in, a society where the actions of a few can impact many. So as we wait for the outcomes, remember to keep an eye on the developments. Because in the world of law, every verdict can change the course of history.